first off, before I get this Nostalgic Friday started, I just want to let you know I finally got enough space in my room again. And it's all thanks to this new little, I guess, to these new shelves I got in my room. And I'll show ya. Here it is. I finally, have space to, film again instead of sitting in the middle of the room like I did originally. So, yes. Okay, so moving on to today's subject. Today, we are going to be talking about Disney movie knockoffs. Now, I bet maybe some of us have maybe stumbled upon, maybe reviews of these things on YouTube, by some very bad and poorly animated, and badly voice acted movies that, are kind of ripping off Disney. In fact, you know what? I actually looked into all these studios that, knocked off Disney, and I'll let you in on one thing. 2 of them got sued by Disney at one point. Yep, I'm not joking. So yeah, so I'm gonna be talking about these and, tell ya about them. So yeah, let's do it. Okay, first studio I'm going to be talking about is Golden Films. Now, here's a funny story y'all should know. So, I remember a long time ago, so when I was in ESS, so in elementary school, I think some of you may have known, I probably brought this up before, I used to go to ESS because, my parents were always so busy and didn't really want to pick me up, because they obviously weren't too cheap to, afford me a babysitter. Well, probably not, but that was a joke. That was a joke, I'm just saying. So, yeah. So on some days, we would always walk, to other parts of the class, other parts of the school, and the leaders would put us in a classroom, and if that classroom had a big TV, which all the classrooms always had, they would put on a movie for us to watch. And one day we ended up in one of those rooms, and one of the leaders ended up putting on a movie for us. And one of the leaders pretty much said, "This is the Hunchback of Notre Dame." And I'm like, "Oh, you mean the Disney movie? Okay." Well, I didn't actually say that. I just thought that at first. But then once the movie played, I'm like, wait, this doesn't look right. This doesn't look like the Disney one I've seen. Now keep in mind, I have never actually seen Disney's Hunchback of Notre Dame. Yeah, no joke. I mean, I never owned it on DVD. But hey, you know what? Since we have Disney Plus, I might give it a watch at some point, because I know how a lot of people say it's a classic, and, how it's got a gothic feel, and how it could be super dark at times. Wow. So, yeah. Anyways, this was actually Golden Films' Hunchback of Notre Dame. And how do I know this? Well, a few years later, when I stumbled upon this YouTuber who, I can't really pronounce his name, but he does review classic, nostalgic stuff. He reviews Mortal Kombat, Real Ghostbusters, and Ninja Turtles. Yeah. So, and he also does reviews of knockoff, Disney movies from other studios. Which, yeah, some of these are actually those studios. Oh, yeah. So I found this review, I'm like, you know what, I do actually kind of remember this movie, but I kind of forgot I kind of forgot what happens in it. Luckily, I saw it again, and luckily seeing it again in a review, I'm like, okay, you know what, I'm probably just gonna forget this movie. You know what, I think I'm happy I forgot parts of this movie, because it was probably bad anyways. So, yeah. But as for all their other movies, meh, not so good. I mean, I've just seen reviews on them. Like, that was the only time I came across a knockoff Disney film, so, yeah. So, yeah, moving on. Okay, next one I'm going to talk about is Good Times Entertainment. Now, I stumbled upon this one, I guess same thing, like Golden Films reviews. And, well, I will say it's pretty bad. Also, I have heard that when I was doing my research, it actually said that they collabed with Golden Films. And yeah, pretty much Golden Films and Good Times Entertainment were both sued by Disney because of, their films. But according to Golden Films' Wikipedia page, which I found, Disney actually lost, lost the trial, so yeah. But yeah, this movie, not so good. I mean, animation is probably not bad, but did you guys know that in all of these like animated movies, the voice actors aren't credited? In fact, I think I know why they're not, because they're too embarrassed to want to even be credited for something as bad as this animated film. I mean, really, like when I watch a review and someone is like, "Oh, it was that person," I'm like, "Oh, wow." I just feel bad for them. It wouldn't usually be someone who's on my favorites list, or just someone, who I know is very well known in the voice acting community. I mean when you realize how good they've done and you realize they end up in something bad, don't you just feel bad for that person? I'm like, oh man, that must have been so embarrassing to be a part of this. I mean, really? That poor person, luckily, they end up doing other good things later in the future, and they probably just forget about that bad thing they did, that bad movie they were in. Blech. So yeah. The Good Times Entertainment thing, like, it's not good. Okay, this next one didn't actually have a Wikipedia page, but I managed to find about it on TV Tropes. And that is Beaverfield Films, I think is how you say their name. And I looked into them, and basically TV Tropes has said that it's bad. Like, the animation's bad, and that the characters are badly drawn. Oh my god, and the voice acting isn't always that good. Wow, in fact, you know what? Somehow, I haven't seen a single Beaverfield, film, but the only thing I did once was watching this person's review of the Goldilocks and the Three Bears. I'm like, oh wow. And you know what, seeing it, I'm like, wow, you know what, this is bad. I mean, this animation, I tell ya, and the voice acting, ugh. So, yeah, it's not very good if you ask me. So I thought, while we were on, the subject of knockoff Disney films, I thought, why not we also talk about some knockoff Pixar films. And that part goes to Video Quintet, I think is how you say its name. And now, I have seen reviews on some of these movies, and I tell you, they are bad. Like, ugh. Like, the animation, horrible. Voice acting, horrible. Although, again, I've actually read comments on these reviews, and they say that some of the anime voice actors, you know, were involved in these movies. Now, I'm not a fan of anime, and I don't know any anime voice actors. Well, except Debbie Derryberry, because she's voiced, you know, in a few animes. Except I mostly just know her for her her role as Jimmy Neutron and other, you know, movies and other cartoons as well. So yeah, I mean, I've never really grown to love anime. I mean, I just find it too violent. And, too much adultery. Anyways, getting off topic. Now, I guess just like what I said earlier, I have to say this was probably embarrassing for some of these voice actors. I mean, really, like, wow. I'm like, wow, so embarrassing. Like, I bet they even forgot they were even in this after that. In fact, if anybody even brought up a single knockoff to a voice actor, maybe you would tell them, hey, remember that bad, you know, ripoff, you know, of Disney or Pixar you were in? And they'd be like, what? What ripoff? What Disney ripoff? It was a ripoff of Up, you know, called What's Up. I don't remember that. Yeah, or they probably just pretend to forget it because they don't want to be reminded of it. If you know what I mean. I mean, not trying to make fun. I mean, I just feel bad. I just feel bad for these people. I mean, because, you know, I look up to some of these people. I mean, they are my heroes. They voiced my childhood. And, I mean, come on. I bet they voiced all of our childhoods. So, yeah. Moving on. And, of course, I thought I moved on to the most worst studio of all time. Like, the worst one of all. Like, its animation is so terrible. Its voice acting, ugh. And again, they probably don't even hire voice actors. You just get one or two people to voice. And that is Dingo Pictures. Oh my god. Now, I actually have watched reviews by the same guy, but every time I watch them, I get bored very easily. Because I'm like, ugh. I don't like these. And I just say they are pretty hard to watch. I mean, like, ugh. I mean, every time I see them, it's just boring. Like, I mean, really, because I think it's a little slow, which is what I would call it. And, it's so bad. Like, ugh. Like, I just can't stand it. Yeah. I mean, really. So bad. Just not very good, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, it's the worst thing ever. So, yeah, and also, this one didn't even have a Wikipedia page either, but luckily I found it in I found a wiki fandom, you know, page about it, and it's real, and they even explain how bad that is, how it is too. So yeah. So, that's all I gotta say for, I guess, Disney knockoffs, if I will say so. Yeah. So anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Take care.